Good morning. I I just woke up and I got an email, and I wanted to read it because these things that happen to me every day are just. It says message, dear Terrence. I hope you are receiving a lot of positive response. Your very personal story. I'm pretty sure you might not receive another email quite like mine. I knew you before you were born. Your mother, Donna, moved in next door to me when we were both 10 years old. I held you in my arms when you were an infant and remember what a sweet child you were. I have thought about you hundreds of times over the years and reconnected to your mom about 8 years ago now, after an absence of many, many years. She is one of my dearest friends and we speak every single day. When she shared your link with me yesterday, I found my way to the beginning, and I found my way to the beginning and found your story compelling and so incredibly truthful in a world filled with a whole pile of complete bullshit. And I was drawn into it the same way I would be if you were my own child. I want you to know that there was nothing that could have dragged me away from your message. I listened to every word that you said. I want you to know that as Griff's best friend forever, I am proud of the man you have become, Terrence. Everything you have gone through has led you to today. You were put on this earth to tell this story. I cannot wait to see where you go from here. I love the way you interact with people. I will share your important story and mission with my nephew Derek, who survived Afghanistan but also suffers with PTSD. Sending you a long overdue love and hugs, Auntie Vic. XOXO. P.S. You have her eyes. I'm leaving to the backcountry now. And I'm not going to be able to be on the internet until next Wednesday. Auntie Vic, I love you and thank you. This is, I have to turn this off. Well, I guess it's no secret. Even Spartans cry. Firefighters cry. Paramedics, they cry too. Even police officers and soldiers cry. Most first responders, though, suffer and cry in silence. You know, in 2015 alone, 39 first responders have died by suicide. 12 military soldiers have died by suicide in 2015. 2016, just this last month, 10 first responders have died by suicide. Post-traumatic stress disorder. This is a problem. Canada, 6 years ago, we opened our homes, we opened our hearts, we opened our country to the world who came here to compete for the Vancouver 2010 Winter Olympics. Opening day, a Georgian loser by the name of Nodar Kumaritashvili was killed. I was the first responder to this accident. 2 weeks later, the games were over. I tried to commit suicide. Over the course of the last 5 years, I've tried to commit suicide 4 times. I lost my job as a paid-on-call firefighter. I lost my job as a ski patroller, volunteer ski patroller, volunteer forest firefighter, and my position as a volunteer, as an emergency medical responder, many years. All of these positions. Something wasn't right up here. I've been through a lot of doctors, a lot of psychologists, a lot of counseling, a lot of treatment centers, detox facilities. I've been through all of these things. Last year I climbed down off the Lionsgate Bridge, and I have spent every single day since learning about post-traumatic stress disorder, not just within myself or the disorder itself, but around the world. I've just spent the last 4 months traveling the world learning about this. Now, I'm at 3 minutes already, so I'm going to have to cut this short. I'm leaving into the backcountry now. I'm not going to be on this thing until next week. Actually, you're probably not going to see me until you actually come and see me. I'm starting to flip my tire here in Whistler. I know the media, I know everybody, nobody can get back to where I'm going to, so I'm coming to you. I'm bringing my tire here to Whistler, British Columbia, out to Opus Athletics in Function Junction, and I'll be flipping my tire from Opus all the way over to 101.5 FM. Whistler, I invite you to come and join. Mr. Steve LeClair, Staff Sergeant RCMP Whistler, I invite you and your team to come down and support. Dave Rushbrook, Whistler Fire Rescue, all my old teammates at Whistler Fire Rescue, I invite you to come down and join. Bring a tire, bring your kids, bring your dog. Mr. Bill McDonald, the BC Ambulance Service, bring your team down. We need to raise more awareness to PTSD. If I can flip my tractor tire 30 kilometers in 30 days over 7 mountains through 10 feet of snow in the freezing cold while wearing 52 pounds of solid steel chain, I look forward to seeing you for at least my first kilometer. Thank you. Enjoy today. I'm sorry if this is a negative message, if it's coming off the wrong way. It's just how it is right now. This trip I'm taking is in memory of what triggered my post-traumatic stress disorder. A man who lost his life. A boy, a 21-year-old boy from another country who came here and lost his life. The next day, it's been forgotten about until today.
Confirmation tonight that a body pulled from Lake Ontario by the Marine Unit was that of a Toronto police officer. Now, the cause of death has not been confirmed, but it is being investigated as a possible suicide. As Ashley Carter reports, he is not the only first responder who may have ended his own life this week. Firefighters and the Marine unit started searching for a body Wednesday near Polson Pier, and by Thursday afternoon, Constable Darius Garda, who had been reported missing, was found dead in the water. The cause? Possible suicide.
We've had 8 first responder suicides since January 1st. 7 of them have been here in Ontario, and 1 in Quebec that we're aware of.
A troubling statistic, says Vince Savoya, who was a Toronto paramedic and faced post-traumatic stress disorder. There were concerns Garda was also suffering from PTSD, something some first responders feel comes with a shameful stigma.
I cannot tell you how many first responders have told me that as soon as they have come forward for help, they've been ostracized, criticized, ridiculed, harassed by their colleagues. And all of a sudden they're made to feel as if they shouldn't be in the job that they're in.
Garda's body was found here along Polson Pier, which is near the scene of a fatal civilian shooting back in 2010 that Garda was involved in. Garda and other officers shot and killed Wes Laduda after he took the police on a car chase, refused to get out of his car, and drove into one of the officers. The Special Investigations Unit cleared Garda, saying there were no reasonable grounds to charge him in the shooting, but sources tell Global News Garda had been battling with PTSD ever since.
There are support systems in place. All we need to do is have these people ask for help.
On Monday, the province announced a plan to help first responders get treatment for PTSD. The Labour Minister is hoping new legislation will be introduced later this month. Ashley Carter, Global News.